Hey everybody, and welcome to today's special live stream, RICHEEZ World founder interview, and welcome RICHEEZ World.
Thanks, Superman. We appreciate it very much. Thanks for having us, and thanks for creating the platform for people like us to come and speak.
It's a pleasure, and it really is great to have you on. I really love what you're doing. You're definitely in, as I always say, my top 4 and the last one to launch out of those top 4 as well. So it's great to have you on. So we're going to get into all the details, and a big shout out to you and your team.
Thanks a lot, man. Appreciate it.
We're going to just see who's jumped in the chat first before we kick it all off. We got Go Pulse Hex Win as well. Good to see you, Superman, at 3 a.m. here. Woohoo! Yeah, excited, and great to see you, Superman. Very, very cool. So Go Pulse X Win is in the house. We got Brent as well, round 2. NFT collections, and we're getting the best of the best on the channel at the moment. So it's very exciting to see that. We got Wookie in the house as well. Good to see Wookie. Welcome to the chat. Hex Force 1 as well. Hey, Superman, interested in learning about this, don't know anything about it. Well, you've come to the right place at the right time, the Hex Force 1. So we're going to get into the deep dive. Dan, Wednesday morning, more cool NFT. Love this, says Dan, and welcome to the chat. Awesome stuff. All right, we might as well kick into gear, RICHEEZ World. Do you have a bit of, can tell us a bit about yourself, about your team, things like that, in your background?
Yeah, for sure. So I have a background of project management, so that's my forte. I think it really helped me in terms of what we're trying to build here and getting the management side of everything done. Not a lot of coding background. I'm still learning, but being the entrepreneur that I am, we've assembled a good team to build out the project, and me taking the lead as managing where we need to go and what we need to do. I've also been in crypto since about 2017. We not just started out just in South Africa. We didn't have a lot of platforms to trade, so we basically just did the big 5. We traded a bit of Ethereum, Bitcoin, and Ripple at that stage. Didn't quite understand how and why, and then I actually only got back in depth and full time in the DeFi space in 2021 with the bull run, which I had luck with and hit a few projects and did very well. And since then, I'm in it. I've bought a few NFTs. I'm in the NFT space as well. So yeah, that's basically just a quick rundown of where I am in terms of background.
So have you been following Richard Heart and Pulsechain and the sacrifices as well?
Yes, I've been fortunate to be in Hex since late 2020. And then also did sacrifice for Pulsechain and did a big sacrifice for PulseX, more so for PulseX than Pulsechain. I wish I had a little bit more of Pulsechain, but at these prices we have them now, I think it's the best opportunity to build up your bags before the bull run comes.
Yeah, 100%. I agree with you on that. So your team, is it just yourself, or you've got a little team together as well?
So we've got a small team in South Africa, and then we've also contracted the development team, which is in Dubai. It's a company that also does building out NFT projects and minting sites as a service. And we've contracted them on our side as a dev team. And in next week we'll be having a meeting and maybe making that more formal as the in-house dev team for all our future projects going forward. But nothing else I can say at that stage. We're still about going around negotiations.
Okay, great. And you've got review of contracts as well?
Yes, that has been done as well.
Oh, fabulous. My second question is inspiration for the RICHEEZ World NFT collection. What was your inspiration behind this? Which obviously the artworks, it looks fantastic.
Thanks, man. Yeah, the idea and the vision around that was I was really in love with the Doodles, the original Doodles NFTs over on Ethereum. That was something that grabbed my eye and something I enjoyed a lot. And I wanted to bring that over to Pulsechain, but not do a direct copy of it. I would like to have a spin-off. And what better way to spin off a Doodles NFT as to incorporate Richard Hart, the founder of Pulsechain and Hex, and bring that over to the Hex and Pulsechain community. So that was the vision for us. And with regards to the art, it took us about a month to 2 months to get to the final art where we are now. We had a few changes with regards to the backgrounds, incorporating, the Pulsechain a little bit more, and making sure and going into detail that we incorporate all the finer details and traits that Richard Hart has, and trying to incorporate that into the art itself as well. I
Yeah,
think that made a big change for us and a big deal in this collection.
yeah, I think it's very cleverly done. This perfect match between Doodles and Richard Hart theme. I think it's like really great, and doing it at the beginning of Pulsechain, in the first couple of months is fantastic. Do you have an in-house artist, or how does the art get made? I mean, it's really great.
So we had a in-house artist, one of my friends, that actually came up with the sketches and the ideas, and then we took it to an artist to develop further for us. So that's where we came up with the art.
Fantastic. All right, I think that's pretty cool. We'll probably jump into the website because you're launching. When you're launching?
We are launching tomorrow, the 31st of July. I will give an exact time and date, or well, time specifically. The sooner to launch. I would like to have it like a surprise. I don't want people to be waiting for it. It will definitely happen tomorrow. So between 6 to 8 p.m. UTC +2 time, we will be launching. I'm just going to let the people know. I'll give them that time bracket, and I think I'll just let them know, hey guys, Mint is live.
Okay, so the 31st of July, Monday, and of course it's going to be, what do you say, 4 to 6 p.m. Was it UTC time? Is that right?
It's going to be about 6 to 7 UTC +2.
+2. Okay, cool.
So somewhere in that hour, it will happen.
Fantastic. Well, let's bring up the website. The website looks amazing. And of course, I've actually opened it up into different tabs so we can jump to each section for richeez.world. Do you want us to walk us through the website and the NFT launch features?
Yeah, of course. So we're basically on the landing page now. You will see that we have incorporated the Mint Now function just below the RICHEEZ World graphic there.
Yep.
Once you connect it, you can click there and you can mint your NFTs. It will be a mint of up to 10 NFTs per transaction.
Okay.
And then what we've updated, yeah, you can click on it, let the people see.
Let me do that.
So there will be a pop-up.
Wow.
And you can choose the amount of NFTs you want to mint. So and then click mint now. Yep.
And the maximum is 10?
Transaction. Maximum is 10 at the moment, yes.
So the maximum mint is 10 per transaction, but you can mint unlimited on the same wallet, right?
That's correct.
Yeah, you just click mint now. All right. You've got some really cool features coming up, I think, that are pretty exciting. So that's how easy the mint now is. And people will have a random NFT. Yep. So they have a random chance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It will be randomly. So sorry, just to get in the traits, the rarity types and the rarity numbers, that will be completely random.
Yeah, cool. And the total amount of NFTs up for grabs?
There's 5,555. Just another number just to tie into the max staking length of Hex.
Yeah, beautiful, mate. Yeah, it's fantastic. Yeah. And so you got some animated artwork. I love this. This is really cool.
Yeah, we enjoyed that quite a lot.
Yeah, I don't know
having a RICHEEZ World coloring himself in.
Yeah, that's fantastic. Even Richard Hart's got to love this. I mean, this really is cool. This is really, really neat. So community. You got some really good values, community, honesty, and these are very important in crypto.
Yes, look, we've set it out to be a community-driven project. I enjoy the fact of people with like-minded and coming in, having a chat, and just having a good time together, enjoying the art.
Yeah, fantastic. So you've got focus on community, you focused on honesty, and no promises, no roadmap, just passive income, and fantastic art for our community, and also utility, which is royalty fees in the secondary market get spread out to all the holders of the NFTs, creating a passive income and native pulse. So I think that's fantastic. You got the Huawei, and we've talked about that as well. And then you've got these FAQs. So this gets into a bit more of the details. So there's 5,555 NFTs up for grabs on the 31st of July and for the launch, and you can mint unlimited, but 10 maximum per transaction. But you've got a few features in here as well about the rarity, right? So here it is here. What is the supply?
So this excites us very much. I think we worked in such a way to get the special characters to a low percentage overall collection. So just to run through them quickly, the shark costume and the shrimp costume each will have 0.14% of the supply. All the skeletons will have a 2%. The alien and the zombie will each have a 1% of the supply, and the remainder will be various iterations of the Richard Hart human NFTs.
The 95.72% are going to be variations of Richard Hart as well. So that's pretty amazing. So how did you come up with the shark, the shrimp, the skeleton, and the alien and the zombie? Where'd those come from?
So we wanted to introduce something special, and we quite getting the inspiration from the original doodles. There were a few NFTs from them that I liked a lot, and that was the normal doodle NFT that was in a shark costume or shrimp costume. So we wanted to change it up a bit and make it like it ties in with how your bag is with Pulse or Pulse X. So for instance, if you're a shark, you have an X amount of tokens, or you're a shrimp, you have an X amount of tokens. So we wanted to incorporate that type of traits as well. Then the skeleton, it's just something that myself liked a lot. It was still a Richard Hart face, but with a skeleton. The alien, the alien is actually super special because it's the only NFT within the collection that's not going to look like anything else. It's going to be based completely on an alien. However, it will have traits like Richard Hart's jacket or something like that. Zombie we wanted to also incorporate because it's also something I like very much, and that's where we came up with the zombie. We actually had 6 revisions of the initial zombie NFT, and I think we're very happy with the product, with the final product.
Yeah, I think that's a lot of fun. You put a lot of fun in that too with the random.
Yeah.
So, here's a trick question for you. You don't have to answer it. You can confirm or deny. Are there any Easter egg NFTs in this collection?
Not currently.
Not currently. All right, cool. All right, so okay, so we've got with the 5,555. They're broken down into these different categories. Now, do they within those categories of zombie and human? Do they have different features like face, eyes, mouth, and all that? Is that how they were randomized?
Yes, they do, and it's also randomized.
And they are ranked,
just to get back to that Easter egg. They are ranked, so the complete collection is ranked. There is an instance where you'll get a zombie, which is obviously 1% of the supply, which is very rare. But it won't be a rarity in terms of overall collection. So you'll see when the mint comes out and there's a zombie what's minted, you'll understand what I mean. So it's not necessarily going to be a rank number 1, but there is only 1% supply. So although it's got a rank of 200, for instance, it's only one in that supply that makes it super rare, basically. Yes, just to get back on the Easter egg, I think the Easter egg will be what we're going to do in future, and I think that has to do with the last bit of the frequently asked questions, and I think that we can use as an Easter egg definitely for what's coming up for RICHEEZ world holders and the bigger brand as a whole, and what's coming next.
I'm looking forward to it. Now, the price for the NFTs is, what's this? Got Richie World NFT for 300,000 Pulse. That's for whitelist.
Yes. Yeah, so we had a whitelist competition on various channels and various ways, and we did come up with a final list for whitelisting. So a whitelisted wallet can mint as much NFTs as they want. However, the only thing is there will only be one of those NFTs that they mint that will be for the special price.
Okay.
The rest will be at the normal 400,000.
And that whitelist is closed off, so the people already have been selected for that. Yep.
That's correct. Yes.
So the public mint on the 31st then is going to be, for everybody else, will be 400,000 Pulse per NFT.
That's correct.
Yeah. There'll be an open mint without any limits, so that's kind of cool. The max mint per transaction is 10 Richie World, so we've covered that off. Now, the
Look,
utility. Yep.
sorry, we wanted to open the door for some gameplay, some game theory as well. So it's up to the holders then to figure out how that best way of doing it will be, and all goes back down to the royalties they'll receive.
Okay. So what is the utility? Every second sale of Richie World's NFT sends 6% of the royalty to the royalty pool.
Yes.
Yep.
And then it will be fairly and proportionately afterwards. Once it's there, every 3 months, it will be proportionally sent to your NFT holdings. So the idea behind the 3 months is we want to encourage holding, and we want to encourage building those bags up before you just cheat in and only get one pulse for every time you go and push the button. So there's also that community, driven aspect of it. We want to also, with every 3 months we do this, we want to have a community event. We'll do a live AMA or a video chat, and we'll have a party around it, and we'll release the royalties, and everyone can see whatever they will be getting.
Fantastic. So you just have to hold an NFT, and you get a equal fair share of the royalty pool, and that will be paid out every 3 months.
That's correct. And just to explain it a bit further, if you hold 5 NFTs and I hold 10 NFTs, I will receive a little bit more royalties than you, than else less.
Okay. So the more
it's
you own,
proportionally shared, yes.
Proportionally shared, yep. So that's pretty cool. Now you've got, did someone say bounties? Now we've seen bounties in at least in one other project, but you've got bounties in this as well for the NFT mint. Do you want to talk a bit about this?
We're actually very excited about this. I think you're paying 300 if you were whitelisted for an NFT, or 400 for NFT, and you get to mint one of these rarities, you instantly get a 20 million pulse bounty, which will only be paid out once the mint ends. But as we see the project progressing and doing good, we might be able to change that up and do it a bit earlier. But that's a great incentive. I mean, if you buy it for an NFT for 400,000 pulse, and you mint one of these instantly, you will be up.
So if you mint rank number 1, number 9, number 55, number 555, or number 5,555, which is the last one. So people, there's game theory there, right?
Game theory. So hopefully luck's in your corner.
Yeah. So there's five chances to win 20 million pulse there. So that's 100 million altogether. That's pretty awesome. And the bounties will be sent out to respective minters once all NFTs have been minted out. So very, very cool. Now we're going to come back to the future roadmap in a minute. I just wanted to get to the other pages as well. So we've got, you're going to have your in-house marketplace.
Yes, we've decided to do our own marketplace to make it a little bit easier for our holders to trade and to auction their NFTs. So the marketplace, you will be able to list your NFT, and then you can go and sort and trade versus what trades there are. So you can go and choose, and you say maybe you want to have an alien face. Just click on the alien face, and whatever NFTs has been listed on the marketplace, alien faces, that will pop up. So it's a cool filter section where you can just filter on what type of Richie World you're looking for.
Okay.
And then there's no NFTs minted yet, but on the right-hand side, there's no illustration. So once someone minted, it will originally be in the marketplace, not listed, obviously. You will then be able to go and list your NFT from the profile page. And then you can decide if you want to do a auction, which people will be able to bid on, or just maybe sell it and give it a timeline. So all NFTs that will be bought or sold on this marketplace will be subject to a time frame. So you'll have to choose, I want to have the NFT up for 2 minutes or 2 days, and after that the auction expires. So you can set an auction for a fixed price, or you can set an auction up which is biddable for that set time duration.
Fantastic. So you've got an in-house, you've got a NFT collection with a marketplace of its own, but you've also got a feature that we haven't seen, I don't think, which is also the auctions, which is fantastic.
Yeah, we wanted to introduce auctions as well.
Okay. Now we've got another page here as well, profile. We'll go to that too. So profile here. What happens after you mint your NFTs with the profile page?
So directly after you minted your NFTs, you will be able to see them in your profile once your wallet is connected.
Mhm.
You will still have to manually import your NFTs into your MetaMask using the contract and then the ID token code. But once you're connected to the website, this will automatically pick up what NFTs you have in your wallet so you can see them here. And
Okay.
from here on this page of profile, you can also click on your NFT and then decide what you need to want to do with it.
So you can send it to the marketplace from this page?
That's correct, yes.
Right. Okay. If you want to, obviously holding, you're going to get the
If
royalties.
you
So
want
it's up to you what you do. Yeah. No, encouraged. Now that's fantastic. So that's a really cool, distinctive feature on your marketplace. The other thing is third-party marketplaces. They're all about to launch. We've got Beatbox and Hex Toys. Have you been doing any relationships with common marketplaces, I would call them?
Yes, I've been in contact with Hex Toys. We're just trying to finalize what we are going to do around them. And then also with Beatbox, once we mint and we are live, both Hex Toys and Beatbox will help to get the collection integrated with their
Fantastic.
marketplaces.
Well, that's going to
I've
open it
also
up just
been
like all the other NFT collections to potentially thousands, if not tens of thousands or more people. So that's fantastic. Yeah.
Yes, that's correct. We've also been in talks with Mintra. They haven't quite gotten back to us yet, but we're looking at doing something special with regards to the bigger scope and the bigger brand,
Right.
which
Okay.
would
Like
benefit
the
Richie's
mixers,
World a
like
lot.
the Pixel Parks, like the NFT on Pulses, the Hocus Pocus, those are
Yes.
all the markets. So you'll be in touch. You're looking at the development side. Yeah. That's
Yeah, we have
fantastic.
also been in touch with Hocus Pocus. They came up with a good proposal, which we were happy with.
Okay.
It's also just some sorting out still to be done and having the follow-up meetings. So
Fantastic. And
we've
that's
been
huge,
busy.
right?
We've
That's
been
huge.
trying to connect. Yeah, we've been trying to connect and get involved wherever we can to try and build this NFT community as a whole and Pulsechain a lot bigger. So I think
Yeah.
it's quite good and a good response we're getting from the people out there.
Yeah, I love that. I'm going to be covering NFT markets up next. So I've obviously been covering the NFT collections, but that's the next topic I'll be doing. So it's kind of cool.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah, you've got another page here called activity. This activity page.
Yeah, so once we are live and your wallet's connected and you are browsing through the marketplace and checking out all the tabs, the activity tab will show you all the recent trades. If it's an NFT that has been listed or an NFT that's been minted or an NFT that's been sold on the marketplace, it will show you all the recent trades there. So it's just
So
a quite
this is
a
the first
cool
site. Not only
feature.
are you the first to do auctions in house, but you're also the first to put up an activity page that I'm aware of. That, or actually, Pulse Punks probably has something, but this is probably going to be even a bit more broader. Yeah.
Yeah, I believe so. So I think it's just a quite cool feature to have to see, what recent trades have been made and what's the pricing currently going for what type of trades.
Will that be, and that'd be sortable, will it?
No, it will only list as it happens.
As it happens, okay, in real time. Okay, cool. Now you got a final page, of course. We talked about this briefly earlier, which is the royalties. And this is a little bit of an example using Pulse Punks, I think. Can you talk us through
Yeah,
this?
so what we've done here is this is the royalties page of the website. This is where you'll see how many tokens is in the royalty pool in total, how many NFTs you own, and how many tokens per RICHEEZ world there will be, and then obviously your share of the pool. For this
Fantastic.
testing phase, we've used the Punks royalties contract just to get accurate information to be displayed. So this will obviously not be on the final page of ours. It will be all redone for RICHEEZ, but it's just an example because it's a live trading
Yeah.
NFT project currently, and it's good to see and test on that. So it works quite well, and
Yeah.
we're excited to see how ours going to look like.
So this is what we've been showing you. If you're watching, is this is a illustrative of the site that's going to be up when they actually go live. But it'll be populated with everything that Richie Worlds will need for the actual mint, right?
Yeah, that's correct.
And the royalty dates are going to be every 3 months.
Yeah, we're gonna still change that today for a final build for Monday, and then that will show all the information for what we plan on doing.
So let's go back to, I guess, the next section, which is we're up to about 25 minutes here. So let's get up to the roadmap. We are working closely with our founding brands, JG Labs. There will be future projects not too far away in Native Token and with staking coming soon. So the token we call G Token and every potential airdrop to holders. Do you want to talk about this in terms of next steps in the roadmap?
Yes, so we established a founding brand called JG Labs. That will be the innovator that builds out these NFT projects. We are also currently looking at a collaboration or rather partnership with OpenMint. It's a team in Dubai that is building out a platform that will support Pulsechain soon, where you can, by just a click of a button, create your own NFT contract, pull in your NFT art, and then also with one push of the button, it spits out a minting page for you. I think I've gotten a lot of, in all the groups we are, a lot of people asking, if there's a one push button platform out there supporting Portion at the moment. I know of one, and this would be then the second one. So yeah, I think we're trying to make it easier for people to launch their art for artists and so on a little bit easier on Portion and get them onboarded.
Fabulous. That's fantastic. But the other thing, of course, is that we're seeing in Pulsechain, the NFT collections have been launching, not all of them, but quite a few of them are going to be launching a PRC20 token and staking as well, which I love that. I think that's a real distinguishing thing and adds so much value to the collection itself. Do you want to talk about this sort of side of it in terms of next steps?
Yes, so we are thinking with a project we're going to launch in the future. We just want to make sure RICHEEZ World is 100% working product and everyone's happy before we take this on. But the idea behind it is it's going to be for the RICHEEZ World community, the RICHEEZ World brand, as well as the new brand. We want to build a staking platform where you can stake your NFTs, and in return, you'll receive the native G token. Well, we still in talks about how we're going to build it, the tokenomics of it. We don't want something that can be pumped and dumped. There's a few mechanics of different projects we're looking at and comparing, and to see which one will have a better long-term mindset, if I can say it like that, and we more towards that. So in terms of the native token, the reward you'll be getting for staking an NFT would be more in the line of X percentage of tokens per day rather than, a normal staking platform, and just eventually having a fixed supply and eventually just giving it out to the stakers. So all of the tokens are in stakers' hands, no team tokens, nothing else.
Yeah, I like that.
And
I think that's pretty cool. I do understand that Pulsechain's Yacht Club is going to be launching their PRC20 token on July 31st. So it'll be interesting to see what they've come up with on that side.
Yeah, it would be interesting. I would like to see what type of tokenomics and what type of staking platform they bring to the market.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Now, I guess once you get to this second phase, we'll call it, in terms of token and staking next, that you'll be in talks with, I guess DEXs and yield farming incentives and things like that, like maybe like PHUX and stuff like that in the future, potentially.
Yes, that's the ideal. We would love to have something like that, like a staking pool where you can go and stake your tokens for whatever other token you get, maybe provide some liquidity. But that's something we're going to take a lot of time with. I need to put a lot of time into thinking and working out the best way to do this. It's all about the token and the holders at the end, and we don't want to do something that's not the better for the community. So we'll be doing that in depth and make sure everything is 100% and has a long lifespan.
Yeah, that's fantastic. So really, it's whatever phase 2 holds with staking and native tokens, it will really benefit the NFT holders. So that's really exciting to see. So I love it. Now we're going to get into, we're up to 30 minutes. So I just want to put a few, if there's any questions in the chat, put your questions in. We've got probably a couple of minutes to answer a few. So let's see how we go.
Yes, happy to answer.
let's go up to the top here and see if there's any questions. If there's no questions, put them in now. We've got a little bit of time to answer a couple of them. Let's see who's jumped in here. Brandon says, I think, let me just go back to the this format. Yeah. I think unlimited for one wallet might be a bit overpowered. Maybe 50 is better in my opinion, says Brennan. Well, it's really up to your choice, isn't it? I think. Dan, I guess he's talking about whale protection. Dan says these are going to be on fire, says Dan. Nice. Skywalker says, what will be the price? I think we talked about that, 400,000 pulse for those who are not in the whitelist. What else have we got there? We've got a couple other stuff there. Let's go through that. Brennan says 20 million dang. How many rarities is there? We said there was 5, right?
There's 5 of them, yes.
Yeah, well, I love bounties.
There is over more rare NFTs, but we only chose 5 of them that will get a bounty.
So there's only 5 out of the 5,555 that are getting the 20 million bounty. So you saw the numbers up there. Just remember that. So number 1, number 9, number 55, number 555, number 5,555. That's going to be carnage at the end. I can see that. And carnage at the beginning as well. So that's going to be a bit of fun. It doesn't look like we've got any questions. So I think we probably did a pretty good thorough run through there of all the details. And do you just want to do a quick summary before we get into the socials?
Yeah, I think I've mentioned everything that needs to be mentioned. If someone has a question, feel free to hit me up in the DMs. Feel free to join the Telegram, even on Twitter. We're happy to answer any questions you have. Yeah, we're really excited to launch. I think this is a very good project that will be a longer lasting project on the NFT space, especially and on Pulsechain. And I'm glad to bring this art to the community.
Hey, look, I think it's fantastic artwork. I think you guys have done a brilliant job on that. Also excited about not only the mint on the 31st, but also the impact that the artwork's going to make on the Pulsechain community. I think this one is a real keeper, and definitely in my top 4. And the final one, big one to launch that I've been really excited about. So good opportunity for everybody to get on there. RICHEEZ World. I mean, Richard Hart is the founder of Pulsechain, and Hex is a pretty good in the artwork. I think is fun and colorful and reflects the Richard Hart plus there. It looks pretty exciting. Now, here we are on the RICHEEZ World's Twitter. And this is the one thing. So you guys not only do you stand out, I think, with some of the features that you've got in your launch, but also you are the one NFT collection that started early and have a very big community already. So compared to a lot of the other NFT collections that launched, they pretty much started from 0, but you've already got around 3,300 followers on Twitter, which means that the NFT collections is likely to really eat up. There's 5,555 of them. It's going to be a fun day to watch that launch. So I'm going to post your Twitter account in the chat there. People want to find that. You can find out more information, obviously, from RICHEEZ World directly. And, of course, the Telegram link is there also. So it's pretty cool. The last thing, of course, RICHEEZ.world. That's the place where it's all going to happen. So you definitely want to follow RICHEEZ World on Twitter and Telegram to get the latest and greatest around the launch, because they will be launching on the 31st of July. And the exact time, of course, we got revealed earlier in the time frame, but the exact time will be made known. So definitely follow RICHEEZ Worlds there. Anything final to say about that?
Look, I know the crypto space moves at the speed of light. So it was very important for us to establish a community first thing. Like I mentioned before, it took us about 2 months before we got the art ready. And then that's when we started our socials and just getting the people away and building out a quality product as soon as possible and not to delay anything. And to hopefully, grab that part of the community in Hex and Pulsechain as a first mover.
Yeah, I think it's going to be great. There's going to be huge demand. You've got a big following. That stands out alone amongst the NFT collection, which all just started. And, of course, this wraps up our really amazing 4 collections. So, RICHEEZ World, I wish you all the best on July 31st. We'll be watching closely here on Hex Token and in our community Discord as well, watching it get minted out. So it's going to be a bit of fun there as well. All right, if you want to contact Richie World, just hit them up on Telegram and Discord. I hope you guys enjoyed this special interview with Richie's World, and I'll leave the final word to you, Richie World.
Yeah, thanks, Superman. Thanks for your platform. We really do appreciate it very much. I think it helps the NFT community a whole lot. Getting the exposure out there. It's a good thing, and we really do appreciate that. I know you've mentioned that we've got maybe 3 NFTs to give away in the chat, if you maybe want to do that.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. How do you want to give those away? We've got 3 NFTs to give away.
I think I'll leave it up to you as the host. Let's you decide who and what to give away.
Okay, cool. I think the way we'll do it is that if you want to join up into our Discord and get involved there, hit me up. If you get DM me in Discord with your address. The first I'm going to take 2 out of the 3 because I actually did another one I want to give away to somebody. But the first 2 people in our Discord to paste their addresses and DM me in Discord, Superman 9055 with your wallet, and I will add that to the winners there. So the first 2 in Discord will be the winners of that. Just DM me. How about that? Sounds pretty good.
That's perfect.
And we'll be watching the mint on the 31st of July in our Discord under our crypto chat. So we'll be watching that in real time, and that's going to be a lot of fun to see it get minted out.
I'll be sure to join you guys there as well.
Excellent. All right. Take care, everybody. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and we'll catch you next time. Bye for now.
Cheers, guys. Thanks.